How's it going, folks? Another week, and we got earnings season really kicking off here, baby. Dedicated video on earnings because we're excited. This is a big week focused on financials, so we'll get into how the financial industry's been doing as of late, see what we can expect from some of these earnings. Let's get rocking here, starting with Tuesday before open. Nothing I'm too crazy about personally on Tuesday, but some people might be interested. You have Fastenal and AZZ here. Some people might be interested in that. Flip those Z's around, you get a totally different word, is all I could tell you. But that's all I could tell you. After close, we've got Smart Global Holdings and Pinnacle. Definitely, I know that a couple people, I've heard people holding these, but we get into financials again. Wednesday's where we get really excited, okay? We got a lot going on Wednesday. Starting off with none other than JP Morgan Chase. So one thing I want to point out, as far as what this stock looks like afterwards, because you see a lot of these coming up with Goldman, Eat My Sacks, Wells Fargo. If you look at the financial sector Spider Fund, everyone knows one, XLF, if you haven't been interested. This is one that's performed very well over the last year. Recovery's been great from the dip in 2020. The past 5 years up 100%, significant growth. From the 2020 dip, this is overall this fund is up 100% just since that dip. So there's been significant progress in the financial sector. And obviously, if you're curious what this holds, well, what a shocker. It holds some of the ones we're talking about. JP Morgan Chase making up 11.8%, Bank of America 7.58%, Wells Fargo 4.55%, Citi, Morgan Stanley, Goldman, Eat My Sacks. They're all on here, BlackRock. So again, this fund is pretty well tracking the financial industry. So again, this is what's going to give us a decent impact of what we can expect as far as stock performance due to the earnings. So when you see that a sector's been performing, definitely outperforming the market, we can't deny that financials has as of late, you can expect a couple of things to happen. You're going to expect high expectations for earnings as well as high expectations for the guidance they provide during those earnings. And if they don't meet those expectations, there's a decent chance the industry tends to see a fall. Now, is that the case? I don't know. There's quite a bull run going on with financials, and analysts on average seem to be relatively mixed. On earnings, they're expecting good numbers from these financial institutions this week, so really this quarter. So we'll see what that looks like for them. Excited to see Delta after them. Delta's obviously one to mention too because this is one that's reacted quite a bit positively from a massive dip as of last year. Again, still not near the highs they were prior to, down 26% since, but from their lowest point last year, they're up 126%. As far as what they're expecting, well, the numbers should be phenomenal year over year because you consider a year of where travel was non-existent and ticket prices for airlines didn't exist. They were basically handing out tickets to people for free, basically. So they're expecting an EPS line of 16 cents, which is massive compared to year over year because last year they put up a negative $3.30. They lost a lot of money last year. This year they're still expected to lose money in the full year. A nearly negative $4 EPS line, but that compares to $10.76 on the EPS line the year prior. So again, progress, and next year they're expected to bring it back to profitability. Not profitable this year, concerning, but again, you see at the revenue line here, this is what you like to see, $8.39 billion, 169% growth year over year. Couldn't have a better number if I chose it. Maybe if you get rid of the 100 off of that, you might have a better number. But great year-over-year growth as expected, as anticipated, right? Because they're up against very, very weak comparables. So we'll see what they're able to do on that aspect. I'm expecting, this is a stock that could go down quite heavily if they don't hit those expectations, and guidance isn't what is expected of them because there's been quite the recovery of these really pandemic stocks, I guess is the fair way to say it, the companies that have been most dramatically impacted. So BlackRock, and we touched on financials. The main thing we're looking at here is the investment aspect. What does that look like for them? Don't know. Assets under investment, assets holding. We'll see what it looks like. First Republic Bank. Banks are in a similar story. Specific stocks, have done up and down, but as a whole, the financial industry is up quite a bit. We'll see what that looks like. Infosys, WI Pro, Thera Technologies, and Sonotech. None that I'm incredibly excited about personally. Now, what is that? We see Thursday before open. I know some people excited in TSMC. I know some people that are excited about it, okay? Personally, could take it or leave it, okay? Bank of America after them. One that I will pinpoint because it's one we've recently got some new analysis on. Expected 71 cents compared to 51 cents a year ago. And revenue line at $21.7 billion compared to 4, which is a 4% increase year over year. Expected to be a decent year over year increase. And again, the main thing we're looking at for these stocks here is I think it's going to be guidance with these financials, honestly, in my opinion. I think that's what the market's going to be looking at. We've seen analysis where Wolf cut it to peer perform as opposed to outperform. Nothing crazy. As a whole, the entire industry tends to rate it bullish, 10 very bullish, 7 neutral. Not much in the bearish category here. So, and again, one thing you need to understand is, look, the ratings here from analysts don't matter at all because they just follow the trend. If this stock magically took a 10% decline in a day, every one of these analysts would then flip it to negative and bearish. No matter what, even if the fundamentals of the business stayed the exact same, they would all flip it to bearish because they really don't have a clue what they're talking about. They just go with what's going on. Financials have been super strong, so what a shocker. Most of them are very bullish. We're not shocked here, okay? I'm just saying they're frauds, okay? Don't pay anyone for advice like that. Wells Fargo, similar story. Excited to see what they're able to do. Walgreens, Boots Alliances. Curious to see what Walgreens looks like in terms of these earnings. Obviously, great company. Do great business. They always do. Last year they did a lot more business than typically. So we'll see if they're able to keep up the trend. Supply chain, obviously, an issue too. Citi, we got financials. One of my focus stocks this week is going to be on Domino's, and why is that? Because it's been a consistent outperformer in the market. Domino's has been incredible. You look over the past 5 years, up 217%. The last year, up 22%. This is a great performer. And look, this is something in 2020, you didn't see a dip on Domino's. You saw a tiny dip, and it immediately responded back because Domino's is a consistent business. It does great numbers, and you see it in the analysis too. Great numbers last year, and still expected to grow revenue by 8.6% this quarter, and the EPS line expected to grow as well. I like to see what they're able to do there. It's a very consistent company, pays a good dividend. Domino's, it's a great company. I'd love to see a dip, point for me to buy in, but, we can't all get what we want. United Health Group. Morgan Stanley, again, with these financials, and U.S. Bancorp. We talk about financials. This is the financial week. This is a big tone on how the market's going to look this next week. We'll see what it looks like. After close, Alcoa, Duck Creek Technologies, Washington Federal, and Del Taco. I've never been to a Del Taco. Heard it's garbage quality food, as you might expect from most fast food chains, but some people tend to like it a lot. Some people really hate it. Don't know what to look like there. Goldman, Eat My Sacks, reporting open before Friday. I think I said the words backwards there. That's rough. Forget that I said that. And Charles Schwab reporting, and PNC. Look, we have so many financials. Truist, they're all reporting. It's going to be a fun Friday for us. Hope you're excited on that. JB Hunt, Prologis, Sensient, and Badger Meter. I hope you're excited for the financial week in earnings. I know I am, because this could be pretty important for the market as a whole. Hope you had a good one, and I'll see you later.